How you doing, everybody? I am Jay Enterprise, and Godzilla King of the Monsters is finally here. This Monster May video is about my thoughts on what this movie means to Godzilla fans. What does Godzilla King of the Monsters mean to Godzilla fans? Now, I can't speak for all Godzilla fans, but these are my thoughts on being a Godzilla fan in 2019. For fans of niche genres, nothing is more exciting than seeing something you love start to get widespread attention and acceptance. Seeing people discover something you've long held dear and watching a fan base that you've been a part of all your life grow is something I believe all fandoms hope for, whether they want to admit it or not. In the past 15 years, we have seen many franchises, genres, stories, and characters that once started out as niche become intertwined with pop culture. Characters such as Batman have had numerous times to shine in the mainstream spotlight over the years. Tim Burton's 1989 film even changed the public's perception of the character, who still viewed him as a campy, family-friendly crime fighter thanks to the 1960s Adam West television show. And the time during the Christopher Nolan trilogy may have been the best era to ever be a Batman fan. And then there's Marvel. The MCU has taken completely obscure comic book characters and has turned them into household names. Imagine being a fan of Rocket Raccoon in the 1980s, never imagining that he would one day be featured in several highly successful Hollywood blockbusters and be well known to the general audience. How exciting that must be! There has never been a better time to be a fan of Marvel and its characters. Successful Hollywood blockbusters are essentially, quote-unquote, making it when it comes to mainstream relevance. If something gets the Hollywood treatment, then something you're a fan of has the chance to be introduced to thousands, if not millions, of potential new fans. You get to see people discover something that you've always thought was cool. You get to experience and enjoy something with a lot more people. And when people start talking about it and how much they love it and say, "That is so awesome," you'll reply with an affirming, "I know, right?" This exposure could lead to merchandise, video games, more movies, pretty much an overload of something you love. And that is certainly not a bad thing. Godzilla fans have sat on the sidelines for many years, while fans of other franchises have seen their favorite things fully realized through state-of-the-art special effects. Transformers, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, even Pirates and Vampires have all become mainstream properties in the past 20 years thanks to their depiction in films. The 1998 Roland Emmerich film was our first chance, but it failed to even deliver us a Godzilla movie. Godzilla 2014 was a great start, the first attempt at an American Godzilla movie in 16 years, but it wasn't quite the Godzilla movie fans were hoping for. Thankfully, it proved to be successful enough to spawn a new, kaiju-filled cinematic universe. This weekend is the release of the third MonsterVerse film, Godzilla King of the Monsters. And it looks to be the big-budget Godzilla movie that fans here in the United States have dreamt about since we were kids. Literally. This movie looks like something we'd imagine and act out with our action figures when we were kids. This really does look like a $200 million version of a 1960s Toho Godzilla movie. But not only does it look like the Godzilla film we've been waiting for, but it also will sound like it too. The use of classic Akira Ifukube music that is just as identifiable to the Godzilla franchise as John Williams' score is to Star Wars, gives King of the Monsters a feeling of authenticity no American Godzilla movie has ever had. We've seen Marvel fans get all types of characters from their childhood brought to life on the big screen. Now it's our turn with King of the Monsters, because not only do we get to see the return of the Big G, but joining him are the remaining Toho Big Four, Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah. These are characters that monster fans have grown up with, that we spent hours upon hours of our time with. Saturday mornings, summer nights, snow days, these icons of Japanese tokusatsu were always there to provide us with wild and crazy entertainment. Now, as monster movie fans, We get to see these characters that we have held near and dear to our hearts for so long take their rightful place in the spotlight of a big-budget American blockbuster, ready to shine, to share with a new generation of fans, and to show the whole world just why we love our giant monsters. So what does this movie mean to Godzilla fans? Everything. And right now may very well be the best time to ever be a Godzilla fan. So to all my fellow monster movie fans, there's nothing left to do now but to sit back and enjoy the ride. Long live the King. Big thanks to everyone who watched this video. If you were entertained by it, I hope you will show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing.